I'm John Mercier. An exciting story we have to tell you. It's the Menominee Falls School District. We're going to go from kindergartners up to graduating from high school here in Menominee Falls, what the journey looks like, the values and stuff that goes into making that journey successful. And we're actually going to start at the high school level. I'm excited to be joined by Amma, who is graduating. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Congratulations. Let's start with your big news. So you are coming out of this school district and going on to a fantastic school. Where will that be?
I'm going to Yale this fall. I'm very excited to be studying neuroscience there.
So neuroscience, what does that mean? Like, what would you like to do? How would you use that?
So I plan on going to medical school, getting my MD, PhD, and doing neuroscience research as well as being a doctor. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Oh, that's all. Just gonna do a little science, a little medical school, a little Yale. How did you decide on Yale?
So it was basically the community. I mean, I feel like the second I stepped on campus, everyone was very welcoming to me. Everyone made me feel included, and I really just loved that warm campus environment.
So let's talk about how you got there. Have you been in the Falls School District your entire life?
Yeah, since kindergarten.
Okay, so we're in a kindergarten classroom. Can you kind of take us back to what you remember about those early years in school here in Menominee Falls?
Yeah, I remember being so sad to go to school. I mean, I feel like every kindergarten cries before they go to school, but I also remember just being given the opportunity to expand my horizons. I love to read, and I know my kindergarten teacher really encouraged that. She would give me books to take home and different little projects, and I think that really fostered my love for learning and for reading.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because we talk about reading a lot, even in today's age where reading may look different than it did like when I was in school or when you first started in kindergarten. How important is reading? How often do you read?
I try to read at least a new book every other week because I just feel like it really broadens my worldview. To be able to read really makes me see someone else's perspective, be put in different situations, and it's really helped me with my learning.
Is it fiction and nonfiction? Do you read all over the board?
Yeah, I try to. I try to read a lot of different books.
So reading, writing, those things are at the core no matter what you want to be. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a veterinarian, a school teacher, any of that sort of stuff. That foundation that you got here in Menominee Falls, in this school district, can you talk about that and how valuable that was?
Yeah, it's been very valuable. I mean, I can just name the different times, in different classes when I felt like this is something that I love to do, that I'm discovering. And I think every time I did that, I felt like this is something that I really want to pursue. And my teachers encouraged that. They really fostered that, and they really they let me feel like I could do anything I wanted. And that's very valuable to me.
I wanted to ask you about that. So there's reading and writing and math and all that stuff, but there's also the relationship part of it, the nurturing, the encouraging you to grow as a student and as a young woman. Can you talk about how that part of it was fed for you in the school district?
Yeah, so I mean, I can give specific examples. Even in middle school, I was in math classes that I felt weren't challenging for me, and I would be bored and I would come home complaining, but we went to talk to our school district and talked about how we can make my course load more challenging, and they let me accelerate in math, and they were there to support me throughout that, and it made my days at school that much better, and it made my learning that much better. So.
When we're talking about this journey in the school district in this piece, and you look around the kindergarten classroom like this where you were several years ago, what memories come flooding back when you're in an elementary school classroom?
So many. I mean, I could just playing, even just that ability to play, to explore, to make friends. I loved that. Reading has been so instrumental to my elementary school, experience, and just discovering the books I love to read, and teachers recommending them, sending me home with a little book envelopes that I could take home. I really loved that, so yeah.
If you could look back at your 5-year-old kindergarten self those years ago and give yourself as your kindergartner, or give another kindergartner today some advice as they start their journey, what would you say to that little student?
I would say ask as many questions as you want. I know sometimes adults get a little overwhelmed with the questions that kids ask, but I think that was really the beginning of me discovering my love for learning, is me just wondering, why does this happen, or what's this? And I think it's really important that kids ask questions.
So when you think about your journey and all the things that go into it, the things you did outside of school, your parents, your friends, and then the things that happened in the school district here, how important is the school district and the school setting part of it to the success that you've had?
Yeah, so I like to say that I stay at school from early in the morning till late in the afternoon. I just love being there, and I think there's so many opportunities just inside the classroom to learn, and then outside. I'm so involved in my school district community, in Menominee Falls High School community, and I think I've been able to do that because it's such a welcoming environment, and it really fosters learning, and I do debate, I do all these different clubs that I get to do, just because of the support I've received at Menominee Falls.
So how excited are you about your next step?
so excited. I'm ready to step in and just like see my future happen before me. So I'm very excited.
That's amazing. Well, we're so proud of you, and we're so happy for you. You've done everything that you need to be prepared for those next steps. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you for having me.